it be fair to say that at Jive Records, your label mate, would it be fair to say that he tried to sabotage your career?
Going from the character of people who knows him very well, like his close family and friend, told me some things and said this is very much his character.
Not long ago, Joe was the undisputed king of R&B, owning the charts effortlessly. He quickly soared from songwriter to superstar, securing 7 Grammy nominations and winning Best R&B Male Artist at the 2001 BET Awards. With 5 million albums sold in the U.S., his love anthems were irresistible.
'Cause no one else comes close.
Yet, despite his success, Joe faced a steep fall. Was it sabotage? Did a rival's envy cause his downfall? And those rumors of domestic abuse in his personal life. Any truth there? Strap in as we explore the highs and lows of Joe's career, revealing the drama and secrets lurking in the shadows. Let me take you back to the early 90s when Joe, fresh out of high school, was navigating the music scene while juggling odd jobs to make ends meet. At just 18, he made a bold move, packing his bags and heading to the bustling tri-state area. Surprisingly, his parents, who were both ministers in the Pentecostal church, took the news rather well, impressed by his respectful approach to breaking it to them. Settling into the rhythm of New Jersey life, Joe found himself immersed in the world of gospel music, landing a gig at a local record store. But it was a chance encounter with producer Vincent Herbert that changed everything. Together, they cooked up a 3-song demo showcasing Joe's songwriting chops. Little did he know, this demo would be his ticket to the big leagues. In a twist of fate, Joe found himself behind the scenes, penning tracks for music heavyweights like Mary J. Blige, Escape, Tina Turner, and more. Surprisingly, his hidden talent as a singer remained under wraps, even to his own manager. Content with his role as a behind-the-scenes maestro, Joe reveled in the satisfaction of a hefty paycheck, pocketing a cool $45K for his very first song.
I got 20 years in this, so I think not just deserve it, but it's about time for take charge of it.
Little did he know the stage was set for his own spotlight moment, and the world was about to discover the powerhouse vocals hidden beneath his songwriting persona. Fast forward a year after Joe inked that publishing deal, and suddenly the music industry was knocking on his door. In a turn of events, record labels were eager to sign him and capitalize on his burgeoning talent. By 1992, Joe found himself signing a deal with Polygram Records. With his foot firmly in the door, Joe wasted no time making his mark. In 1993, he unleashed his debut album, Everything, onto the world stage. It was an instant hit, churning out chart-topping singles like I'm in Love that left fans clamoring for more. Eager to explore new horizons, he bid farewell to Polygram and embarked on a new chapter with Jive RCA for his sophomore effort. The result? The critically acclaimed album All That I Am, released in 1997. Solidified his status as a rising star in the R&B universe. But Joe was just getting started. But in the cutthroat world of the music industry, one of Joe's former label mates, none other than the illustrious R. Kelly, found himself consumed by envy as Joe's star began its meteoric rise. In a candid 2014 interview with Vlad TV, Joe peeled back the layers of a shocking revelation: R. Kelly's clandestine attempts to sabotage his burgeoning career. With a heavy heart, Joe recounted how R. Kelly, threatened by his ascent, waged a silent war against him, whispering poison into the ears of label executives in a bid to derail his success.
Well, you know what? It's funny because I was getting credible information from PDs and friends of mine as well, that this guy has no idea that these are my friends as well. And as if they're really going to stop playing my record because you said, if you don't stop playing this record, I'm never going to come back to the show. You can stop playing my records. I mean, really, you don't. It was one of those things like, okay, now you can't be serious. But to me, it's still alleged because I don't have facts on it,
As Joe delved deeper into the murky waters of industry politics, it became apparent that R. Kelly's maneuvers were nothing short of manipulative. Through back channels and veiled threats, he attempted to strong-arm radio stations into an ultimatum: him or Joe. It was a move reeking of insecurity and pettiness, one that left Joe grappling with the fallout. But amidst the chaos, Joe stood firm, bolstered by the unwavering support of his industry allies. When pressed on the matter, Joe maintained that their relationship had always been devoid of conflict.
What do you think R. Kelly's issue with you was? You guys have some sort of argument or altercation or something?
Never any altercation.
Fueled instead by mutual respect for the craft.
He don't even know how much I respect as far as, his music goes. I think he's, incredible talent.
Would it be fair to say that at Jive Records, your label mate, R. Kelly, would it be fair to say that he tried to sabotage your career?
If it's a true thing, it's alleged, which was told to me from a respected program director, and said that this guy was calling the radio stations and said, yo, this guy, Joe, you need to show up on these records, or I'm not coming to support your show. And I'm not sure how true that is, but going from the character of people who knows him very well, like his close family and friend, told me some things, and said this is very much his character.
But this isn't the only setback Joe had seen in his early career. Just when you think you've got the full story of an artist, life throws a curveball that flips the script entirely. Take former Cheetah Girls member Kylie Williams, for example, who was also a member of the 3LW group. In a surprising turn of events, she's stepping into the ring of public discourse on domestic abuse. In a recent tell-all with Your Web, the singer peeled back the curtain on a harrowing chapter from her past, witnessing her own mother fall victim to abuse at the hands of an unexpected perpetrator. And who might this unlikely assailant be? None other than R&B sensation Joe, a name many wouldn't have associated with domestic violence. Williams shared the painful reality of her mother's tumultuous relationship with the R&B crooner, recounting the emotional and physical toll it exacted. It's a revelation that hits close to home for Williams, as she extended words of solidarity to Rihanna in the wake of her own publicized ordeal with Chris Brown. Whether there is any truth to these claims, we'll never know, but one thing's for sure. It did hurt Joe's reputation pretty badly in the industry. His fame began to dwindle. In the subsequent years, he rolled out Better Days in 2001 and Then in 2003. While both albums achieved gold status, they failed to match the meteoric success of My Name is Joe. Feeling the need for a hiatus in 2003, he took a breather from the limelight, dedicating 4 years to ventures beyond the music scene. From real estate endeavors to launching an upscale clothing line dubbed J. Thomas, and his own brand of tequila. Transitioning to an independent path under Kadar Entertainment after quitting Jive, he made waves in 2013 with Double Back, Evolution of R&B, collaborating with heavyweights like Fantasia and Fat Joe. In a strategic move, he signed a fresh deal with BMG Rights Management in 2014, heralding a shift in his recording approach. Fast forward to 2016, and his album My Name is Joe Thomas soared to the summit of Billboard's R&B albums chart, earning him accolades. Joe had just made the comeback of his career, but many still speculated whether this opus marks his swan song in the industry. Despite whispers of sabotage shadowing his journey, Joe's trajectory mirrors that of many R&B luminaries of the late 90s and early 2000s. Rolling Stone pointed to the rise of rappers blending hip-hop with R&B melodies. This became a strong contributing factor to the decline of classic R&B and neo-soul music. In a 2016 interview with the Jasmine brand, Joe touched on that subject by saying the lines had been blurred. He believed the current state of R&B is in its own lane, but it definitely has more hip-hop elements than it had in the past.
We've become really, really hip-hop now, We've started to move more into, when I say hip-hop, I don't mean like technically rap. I mean lifestyle.
At 50, Joe's a seasoned pro in the world of R&B, belting out those classic tunes that defined a generation. Despite the overwhelming success, his story was still filled with a few regrets and what-ifs. It's surprising to hear, coming from a man with a net worth of $5 million. In a candid chat with Soul Culture, he opened up about wishing he'd taken more risks early on. Imagine if he dipped his toes into other ventures instead of just sticking to the music game. Joe could have been a titan in the business world, a mega entrepreneur making waves beyond the stage. It's a tale of missed opportunities and trusting the wrong folks. He thought his team had his back, from lawyers to accountants, only to realize it was every man for himself in the cutthroat industry. But if there's one thing that he doesn't regret, it's his ability to provide for his loved ones, from his parents to his siblings, and even his daughter Kayla, who's dipping her toes into the music scene. But Joe's not just about the money. He's got soul, and his fans know it. Remember when folks tuning into Power couldn't get enough of Joe's voice in the opening? That was a moment of validation for him, a reminder that he's still got that magic touch. In a chat with Clayton Perry, Joe laid it all out. He's in it for the long haul. He wants to keep rocking the stage even when he's hitting the big 6-0. But more than that, he's on a mission to unite artists, to build a community where everyone supports each other. Forget the glitz and glamour. Joe's all about leaving a legacy of goodness and great tunes. That's what truly matters to him when the curtain falls. One thing's for sure, we will always remember those big hits in the 90s and 2000s. What is your favorite song from Joe?
69 was a very good year.
Comment down below.